Well, hello, this is Mark from the Swamp School, and I want to welcome you to America's favorite chicken restaurant, Chick-Fil-A, and we're looking at a really cool stormwater management site that they had put in place about, 6 months ago. So it's brand spanking new. They even just put up a new fence, and it's looking really great. So I wanted to kind of show you because it's kind of cool. So let me switch the camera around, and we will take a look at the other side. So what we have here is your basic stormwater management device, and I'm going to take a walk over to the site here. You can see there's a inlet over here, a little wing wall coming in, and it's a neat little pond, and it basically fills the pond with stormwater coming up from the parking lot over here. So there's the parking lot, and so it's coming in, so all the storm drains collected. There actually is another little pond up above where they're doing some landscaping right now that also feeds into this. So there's a kind of a double source of water coming in, and then the pond itself acts as a retention basin, so it's retaining the water for an extended period of time, and then it eventually goes over to this riprap kind of barrier here, sort of along the lines of a I guess you kind of a little bit of a filter over ultimately to this filter stone. And what's really neat about this is that we just actually had a pretty good rainfall here. I'll turn this a little bit here, and you will see the filter stone and all the cleanouts, and all these filter stones and cleanouts basically act to further filter the water. And a lot of times you'll see these as a setup for a wetland, and this is actually a possibility that I think they're looking at this long term, where this would actually be the sub base, because these pipes are kind of high, that they could actually plant a little constructed wetland in here as well. So it's a sort of a work in progress. About a week ago they didn't even have the fence up, so they got a little fence over here. So we'll take a walk over here to the outlet structure, and you will take a look. It's got a nice trash rack on it, and it is designed to basically filter out anything in really high event. This would probably be the 100-year storm it's looking for. And you can see there's a small weir on here, so the design elevation is about a foot above the stone, and again the stone acts as a nice underlayment. So I don't know if the long-term plan, kind of pan this back this way, is to do a constructed wetland on here. You certainly could backfill this with some nice mulch and some very kind of light soil, and you could get some plants in here as well. Now ultimately the trash rack goes over this nice outlet structure here, and again it's all brand new, so it's kind of fun to look at. And you just turn this down a little, angle a little bit here, and you can see in the trash rack there's a outlet pipe here, and then you'll see there's a little bit of flow coming in on this side. Get out of here, I'm trying to get the shadows out of here, and you will see that there's nice inlet flow there. Water's crystal clear coming out of it, which is good news. And then zoom back up here, you can see this discharges over to this structure here, which is the outlet structure for the whole system, and this provides an opportunity to get the water into the environment. And you'll see it actually runs over here. I don't have to step on the landscaping, and you'll see there is a nice discharge point here. Water's pretty clear. And then again, for a high flow event, if there was a storm, this riprap would absorb that energy, and then ultimately this runs over to here, and you can see just a little bit of dribble. There's actually some more 57 stone, filter stone behind that, and a little bit of a trench, and then essentially the water runs down along this edge here. And this is where they don't really have it organized a whole lot, except you see there's a small trench. I'm not going to step on the landscaping here. And it runs the whole length and eventually ends up in this pond over here, which is pretty cool. So that is the Chick-Fil-A stormwater management pond, and I will switch the camera back over. That wraps up this first stormwater management device that we're looking at. Again, it's the Chick-Fil-A site here in Apex, and a great little setup, a really neat little setup. So hope you thought it was cool, and we look forward to showing you some more of these in the very near future. So thanks, and have a great day.